What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, interesting breakdown as people continue to ask me about the rehydration clause when it comes to this highly anticipated April 22nd Las Vegas, Nevada T-Mobile Arena showdown between undefeated three-division world champion superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis and undefeated lightweight junior welterweight Mexican superstar title contender King Ryan Garcia. With that said, a lot has been made of this rehydration clause. And I have a few people in my inbox and they're asking me, to break down the rehydration clause and what information have I had received about this rehydration clause. Because a lot is being made of it. Is Ryan Garcia going to be at his full potential because of this rehydration clause? Is it weight draining him? Is it going to, hinder him from being at his best and things of that nature? Initially, when, I was made privy to the rehydration clause, as many others was, the day Ryan Garcia revealed the details in the rehydration clause. Well, Ryan Garcia didn't reveal the entire details of this rehydration clause, according to sources close to Gervonta Tank Davis. The rehydration clause, fight itself is at a catch weight. Instead of being at the full 35 or the full 140, it's at a catch weight of 136. And then it was made privy that there's a 10-pound rehydration clause, right? Which would essentially see Ryan Garcia having to compete at 146 pounds, okay? And Gervonta Tank Davis was asked about this. Ryan Garcia was asked about this. It just went viral. It gained a lot of momentum, a lot of traction, and people feel like Gervonta Tank Davis is looking for an unfair advantage over Ryan Garcia. Well, then information came to me that the rehydration clause essentially is the same rehydration clause the International Boxing Federation, better known as the IBF, President Mr. Peoples, that the rehydration clause is a 10-pound next day weigh-in rehydration clause. So essentially, there is no cap. Ryan Garcia could actually come into the ring at 155 pounds, according to, this information, if it holds to be true, like the IBF. So essentially, Ryan Garcia, as long as he makes 136 pounds, April 21st, and then the morning of April 22nd, which I believe will be 9 o'clock in the morning, he gets on his scale and he's no more than 146 pounds. After that, Ryan Garcia can continue to, beef up, and rehydrate. Okay, so he's not going to be hindered. This is something that Errol Spence has been through, and Errol Spence is a very big welterweight. But Errol Spence went through this because he was the IBF champion. You had Kell Brook. He went through this because he was the IBF champion. You talk about two guys that are extremely big for 147 pounds, okay? That it may be. And also you had Sean Porter. Sean Porter was the IBF champion, okay? And Sean Porter, he had to have the same next day, 9 o'clock in the morning, weigh-in, that he couldn't be no more than 10 pounds. So as a welterweight, if you're Errol Spence, and if you're Sean Porter, and if you're Kell Brook, the next day weigh-in, you got to be no more than 157, 10 pounds rehydration. After they get off the scale at 9 in the morning, and they accomplish that, they're obligated 10-pound rehydration cap, right? Then the fighter can go ahead and continue to rehydrate to whatever weight he feels comfortable at, right? And it gives you about 12 hours left in the day. Normally, the next day weigh-in is at 10 o'clock in the morning. So from, you say, 10 o'clock in the morning to 10 at night, 11 at night, you're going to have about 12 hours to put more fluid and food back in your system to rehydrate comfortably, right? So with that said, this is not, if this holds to be true, and this is the case, then Ryan Garcia is just making a big deal and creating a storyline, because this is not going to hinder him in the least bit, seeing as though Ryan Garcia is on record saying that he's comfortable fighting that and walking around at 146 pounds. Okay, so with that said, Ryan Garcia, I believe, is just trying to create a narrative. Okay, and then Ryan Garcia is trying to gain an edge. Ryan Garcia is just trying to get in the head of Gervonta Tank Davis. Ryan Garcia, is playing games. He's trying to play mind games. That's what he's trying to do, right? That's simply what Ryan Garcia is attempting to do. He's trying to play mind games, okay? And so, it started to work because Gervonta Tank Davis responded, and Gervonta Tank Davis, he was saying, hey, man, this dude is making a lot of this. Now you making me now you're starting to get me to not really liking you as a person, which means that he's starting to get under Gervonta Tank Davis' skin. The thing is, that won't matter when they're actually in a squared circle, because regardless of how much you get under Gervonta Tank Davis' skin, like Rolando Rolly Romero, Tank Davis in the ring is going to stay cool, calm, and collective, right? He's gonna stay cool, calm, and collective, right, in the ring. So with that said, it's not going to bother, Gervonta Tank Davis in the ring. It's not going to force Gervonta Tank Davis to get out of his normal character, get outside of what he does best, and make a mistake in the ring. That's not going to happen. That's simply not going to happen, right? Gervonta Tank Davis is one of the most cool, calm, and collective fighters in the sport of boxing, right? By far, bar none, right? That's one of his special gifts. That's one of his greatest gifts. You understand what I'm saying? So with that said, I think that Ryan Garcia saw an opportunity, to make Tank look like the bad guy, as he's been saying, that he felt like, Gervonta Tank Davis didn't want to make the fight. He wanted to switch the narrative to Gervonta Tank Davis avoiding the fight, because for so long everybody had Ryan Garcia as the fighter, that didn't want this fight, that Ryan Garcia was capping, and Ryan Garcia was pretending to want the fight, but he didn't actually truly want the fight. And so Ryan Garcia is trying to switch the narrative. He's trying to change the narrative and put that jacket on Gervonta Tank Davis, right, to switch the public's view of this fight. And so he saw the perfect opportunity to do so with this rehydration clause, to say, to show the people, I told you Gervonta Tank Davis didn't want this fight. And so it just simply didn't work, because the details have now come out. Like I said, if this holds to be true, then Ryan Garcia is not going to be hindered by the rehydration clause. It's not going to bother him at all whatsoever. He's going to be good and well come the night of the fight, and there is no excuses. I'm expecting him to be his full self the night of the fight, point blank and period. He'll rehydrate to where he's comfortable at. That's just about the size of it, right? So for all of the chatter that Ryan Garcia is going to be weight drained, he's not going to be at his full potential. He's going to be, he already has a built-in excuse. All of those things, they have to be done away with, because this holds to be true. There's many fighters that deal with this IBF type style of rehydration clause. Now, I know people are going to say, well, there's no IBF belt on the line. Well, this is just to regulate, because Gervonta Tank Davis, like he stated, he is the smaller fighter, and Ryan Garcia is the B-side, and Gervonta Tank Davis does want a slight edge, but it's not a massive edge over Ryan Garcia, right? It is Ryan Garcia just has to regulate his weight, for the 48 hours leading up into the fight, point blank and period. But he don't have to hinder himself. It's not like he's going to be, completely weight drained. He's going to be starved, or he's going to be completely dehydrated, because, he just simply is struggling to make this 10 pounds, 146 pounds, new cap limit. That's not the case. So this is great news to me, because that means that I'm watching two fighters at their full potential, at Gervonta Tank Davis's peak of his career, Ryan Garcia is still peaking. But nonetheless, this is a great fight, and I'm glad that there won't be no asterisk about this fight, period. That's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button, drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. It's your boy Blue. I'm gone. Peace.